Hey, yeah, I know. I haven't done any videos in a while again, but I want to be completely honest in this video and tell you why I haven't been doing videos and how I'm actually doing in my spiritual, you know, journey. So the truth is, I have been inconsistent. I haven't been committed to practicing. I've become more unconscious again. I've started to chase pleasure and avoid discomfort, avoid pain. A concrete example is I haven't had the willingness to be with discomfort. I've gone with the mind that is chasing pleasure. In my case, it's pleasurable foods. It's masturbation. So that's what I've been doing. Not all the time. It's not like it's completely out of control, but that's the case. But during the last couple of days or the last week, I'm seeing more willingness, more dedication to be with whatever is here. Right now, it's not comfortable. It's not pleasant. I'm not feeling good. But there's more willingness. Sorry about the lighting. There's more willingness. Let me adjust the camera. There's more willingness to be with uncomfortable feelings. But the message for you is, it's okay to be inconsistent. It's okay to be uncommitted. It's okay to go into the mind's pursuits again, right? Fall back, okay, yeah, right? I see this pattern for myself a lot. I dedicate myself more to the practice, daily practicing. I meditate more. I'm willing to be with uncomfortable feelings more. I see progress. I'm starting to feel better, right? My vibration is much better. I feel so much better. I'm able to, observe the mind, see the mind, not go with the mind. And then, for some reason, I go with the mind. The mind is like, I have had some progress. I'm doing pretty good. I deserve some ice cream. I deserve to watch porn. I deserve to masturbate. I deserve some pleasurable experience. The mind says it, and I go with it. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I've been going back and forth for a while now. I think for a year. Going back and forth. Not fully committing to the teaching. Right? I see progress, and I see the mind is getting afraid. The mind is there's a contraction. And during that contraction, and why is the contraction there? Why is the fear there? The mind is seeing that it is dissolving. The ego is dissolving, right? But it doesn't want to die. It's the death of the ego. The ego is dying. It doesn't want to die. It wants to perpetuate itself. One way it does it is through experience, through going after pleasure, avoiding pain, accumulating more experience, more experience, more experience, more experience. I'm not saying experience is bad, but it's important to make the distinction. So I've been going back and forth. Yeah. Now I can see now. Just become aware of this pattern. it's okay if you fall into despair, right? Maybe you're chasing the feeling of peace, right? Feeling of fulfillment, happiness, and you get some of that, and then the mind gets bored and it wants stimulation, it wants more stimulation, or the mind gets afraid, it sees that it starts dissolving, so it comes up with resistance, it comes up with stronger desires, even stronger desires. And maybe there's a resistance towards desire because you're like, oh, I've been meditating for months now or for years now, and like still desires are coming up. I'm not doing this right. This is not working. I suck, So the mind is clever. Be aware of this. So yeah, the truth is I haven't been committed. Haven't gone all the way. I don't have the courage to go all the way. At least right now. So this video is to make you feel okay, that you don't have to be committed. If there's not a commitment, if there is not a willingness, you cannot force it. If there's not an interest, right, in self-inquiry, like if you're not interested in asking who is aware, who am I, what is aware of these thoughts, what is aware of this experience, as what am I aware? Okay, if there's not an interest, can't really force that. You can experiment, right? You see that there's not a full-time interest, but there's some interest, so you can experiment. Like if like you hear a spiritual guru say, abide in the I am, right? Or just be quiet, and then you're like, but there's no willingness to be quiet, and then you suffer like, oh, I'm not able to be quiet, but I should be quiet. No, you don't have to be quiet. Like if you receive some information, right? If you watch a video, my video, some other video that says, do this, do that, but maybe at your current phase, that's not relevant to you. So also start seeing that. Maybe that's not relevant to you. Just stick to the main practice. Just observe. Be present. Be alert. Simple. That's the main thing. And that's a magical process, because you will see whether it's a personal thing, whether you're, addicted to something, you want to dissolve the addiction, you want to dissolve emotional overreacting, overthinking, let go of certain desires, attachments you have, right? Habits, negative, destructive habits. So you start watching yourself very alertly. Be very aware. Just watch yourself. Watch yourself eating that ice cream, eating that junk food, engaging in those thoughts, and not being able to disengage from. Just observe all of this, and you will see that the willingness, the true willingness to be like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm done. That will arise. It is like magic. It is like magic. It just arises out of nowhere, simply through observing. Bringing the unconscious conscious. When you bring the unconscious thinking, the unconscious habits, the unconscious addictions you have, fully into your conscious observation, into your awareness. Awareness has a purification effect. It's like a fire of awareness purifies all the dysfunction, all the lower vibrations, all the lower energies, raises your vibrations, and introduces to you to peace, freedom, joy, spontaneity, creativity, and all the good stuff that we actually want from our life, meaning, purpose. I personally, I have gotten a taste of it. It's not my consistent experience on a daily basis. As I said, right now I'm feeling like not really feeling good, not really feeling good. The body is, it's not flowing really. My diet is not perfect. And generally, on an emotional level, not feeling good. But I'm observing, doing my best. If there's not a willingness to sit with uncomfortable feelings, if there's still some pull towards stimulating myself with entertainment or food to run away from uncomfortable feelings, okay, I observe that. But I'm seeing a willingness arise right now. Maybe there's not a full willingness, but I'm seeing willingness arise, because yesterday I was for a good time I was just sitting, being with uncomfortable feelings. I wasn't stimulating myself too much with entertainment, with food. So I'm starting to do better. We'll see how it goes, I'm not gonna, think too much. Where will this lead? If I'm able to stay committed, if I'm gonna fall back again. But that's the learning process, right? You make a mistake, but while you're making those mistakes, while you're taking actions, whatever it is, you're observing, right? So as you observe, the lessons come, you become wiser. And next time you go through the same situation, next time I experience negative states, uncomfortable states, I'm wiser, okay? I'm wiser. So that's the message to you. Don't suffer if you're going back and forth on your journey. If you're not really committed, right? Practice for a while, you get some relief, circumstances become great again, then you fall back into unconsciousness. You fall back into unconsciousness, life becomes, you start suffering again, right? The mind is ramping up, the mind is creating suffering, the mind is negative, whatever it is, right? Circumstances are not that great. Then you come back to the teaching, you practice acceptance, you practice self-inquiry, boom, you ease the suffering dissolves, you feel good again. Then you go back into unconsciousness again because you feel good again, you're chasing pleasure, chasing a pleasant experience, right? You're still in the mind's games. That's okay, that's a process. For some people, it's like they encounter the teaching and they're committed right away, Still, there's some back and forth, of course, man. The mind still has a pull, because for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you've been identified with the mind, going with the mind's energies. The mind still has those energies going for itself, right? The energy of desire, the energy of anger. Maybe you have an anger inside of you, frustration, whatever it is. It still has momentum, so don't worry about it. Momentum is an interesting thing, You can't stop momentum like boom, like no more. Hey, you can't get past me anymore. Stop the momentum. Stop. Hey, you're not a police officer stopping a car. Hey, stop. Okay, that's not how the momentum works. Momentum is like, if you take a car example, it's like you're driving with the car 100 miles per hour. And you can't stop momentum by hitting the brakes. Momentum doesn't have brakes. You just can let the foot off the gas and slowly the momentum fades, right? The desires you had before, they start fading. The attachments start fading. The addictions start fading. The belief in the mind start fading. The constant getting lost in thoughts starts fading. Your habitual ways of thinking start fading. The lower vibrations, they start fading, right? So it's a process. For some people, it's a longer process. For some people, it's a shorter process. you know, for myself, I've seen that when people share, you know, their story, they're like, "Oh, I committed, just committed to the practice, and I practiced, and da da da." I'm like, there was some negativity about it. Like, man, why can't I, you know, commit? Like, I'm just going back and forth, and I'm not able to practice. But you gotta observe that these are just thoughts that are arising, right? So yeah, don't put yourself in a negative state because of that. Everybody has got their journey, and you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. What a relief, right? You're exactly where you need to be. You might not be where the mind wants to be, right? The mind wants to be in paradise right now, having pleasant thoughts, pleasant experiences, a promising future, no pain in the body, only pleasure. You know, that's what the mind wants. But that's not how this experience, this life is designed. It's designed to go wrong so that you wake up. So in that way, you're exactly where you need to be. Okay, I hope this video gave you relief, gave you value. I hope this was beneficial. And if you have any further questions, then ask them in the comment section. And if you want me to cover some topics, then leave a comment. And if I feel that I can add value, I can give you some ideas that might help you, then I will do a video about that topic. And if I feel that, you know, can really share things about that topic, because don't really have experience in that, then I won't do that. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. And you know, right now I don't know when that next one is gonna be, but yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.